instant transactions.
It's taken a long time to mint all this stuff too, since we're pre-minting everything. Like Atomic Hub did the first one, so we're like, oh yeah, like all you need to do is make the asset, send it to someone, and then it's done. Now it's like, oh, we need to physically mint every single asset. And last night I minted 7,000 assets all in a hardware wallet, so I clicked that button 7,000 times. That took four friggin' ever. But
yeah, that's terrible. I always use I've got like a work wallet, so I send stuff over there, do it all, and then send it back to my hardware wallet.
That's how we're gonna do it next time. I just like all of my wax stake for my CPU is on my hardware wallet because I feel safer having a ton of wax there. But like now I know I can keep the wax there, stake it to a different wallet. But like I would have had to have done that 3 days ago. But you know, you live and you learn. We're gonna do better next time.
Yeah, it's all about just kind of managing that wax and getting the resources where you need to go. So it's very nice that you can delegate. The RAM has to be, you know, in the account that's using it, but all the other stuff can be delegated.
That we figured out last night too. I didn't realize I was using my personal RAM when I was minting stuff. And I was like, weird. I thought you bought a bunch of RAM, and Max is like, oh, yeah, we have a bunch. We should be good. And I was like, well, it says it's at 100. And then we're like looking back and forth. It's like, oh, this is using my personal RAM for all these 1,000.
Yeah,
I'm minting, but then he just sent me some from that account, and then we worked it out. But yeah, it's a learning experience. I feel like every time we do something new on the blockchain, and it does feel good when you like do successfully pull it off, though. So it's not exactly easy. Ooh, Mars is here. Let's pull him in. What's going on, Mars?
Hello. How's it going, guys?
Hello.
Doing good.
Ooh.
Just talking about our blockchain fun. Pre-minting 7,000 assets last night on a hardware wallet like a noob. Next time, gonna make that a hot wallet thing. But
yeah, it sounds like a good time.
I do feel very personally connected to this collection because I feel like I birthed like every single NFT. Like I was physically responsible for minting those.
These are hand minted NFTs.
Yeah. I was gonna say handcrafted hipster NFTs.
Also handmade in California.
Paul and I've been spending like a ton of like long days making this shit look cool. I'm really excited how it turned out.
Yeah. I've seen the stuff that you've sent over, and I think it looks awesome. I'm really excited about it. I think it's really good looking stuff. So I can't wait to get it out there.
Thanks.
I'm excited too.
I'm stoked to add it to my collection of neon stuff already.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's less rare than the CryptoMonkey stuff, because the CryptoMonkey sign is the first one where it's like, I'm afraid I can't get the neon, and I'm hoping for this MetaForce collection I can get the neons because they're super cool.
I got dicked on fucking RNG luck for the CryptoMonkey drop because we do like airdrops to people who hold our collections, and I hold a good amount of our collection and I didn't get any of the airdrop. Just RNG chance, baby.
Yeah, that's also part of the thing. We don't do like the unique account thing. So like some people did get like 4 or 5 drops, then other people got 0. But it's like that's the RNG. Like that's how it works. But
crazy because I hold like one of the biggest stakes in our collection. And it missed me entirely.
You don't hold as much as we have somebody who holds over 1,000 assets, which is like 1 in every 12 assets in our entire collection, and they got 0 of the airdrop. So like RNG can be cruel sometimes, but then other people who had way less got like 4 or 5. So like, you know, you never know what's gonna happen. That's the fun of it.
Yeah, I got a few, but not a bunch. So
damn.
Yeah,
I guess I got 2 into my dad. I like managed my dad's wallet, and he got 2 of them.
There you go.
So
nice.
I won one in a marble race too.
I did well with the actual pack opening. I didn't get the neon, but I got both of the like middle ones.
Oh, nice glow and lit. Those are really rare. Like our collection, everything besides the common is pretty rare. Like mint wise.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so
although the commons, if you have 2 of the commons, you can join the blend race when we do those.
I did some of that stuff. I went out and I tried to like, you know, fill the collection, and it's just, you know, with the marble stuff that you guys give away that is like very unique and stuff like that. There's like no way for one person to get
that I can't get, like that I've been trying to collect. Like there's the 1 of 1 marble trophies. You're not going to get those. Then the elimination trophies are now like becoming the thing where like people just don't sell those. There's 10 mints each season, and maybe 1 or 2 will go in the aftermarket, and then the rest are kind of just at like flex prices where it's like, I mean, you could buy it, but it's like $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah, they're for sale, but they're not really for sale.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I've got a good, decent sized chunk of stuff, but
yeah, I'm hoping to.
Yeah, those are like there's no way that anybody's ever gonna get the whole thing.
I'll show the blends that we're doing. We'll be doing those for the MetaForce stuff too. So if you do get a duplicate commons, we have like what we call our naked neon, which it's a max 50 mint. So you'll be able to blend 2 of the 1200 max mint into a 50 mint. That's your worst possible scenario, and your best possible scenario is a 5 mint. So there's RNG on the blend itself. You have like a 10% chance to get the 5 mint and a 90% chance to get the 50 mint. And then we call it naked neon because this is the concept art. There's no card border. This is not like the collectible version. This is the stuff that we turn into the neon signs in the city and also the cards. And this was for Atomic Kings collab, but yeah, this is kind of like the lit rarity, just without the card border, but it's actually much rarer than that.
Yeah,
like 50
and then the naked. This is the one that I really want, but it's just like only one's for sale for 1,000 wax. There's only 5 of them, but these ones look super cool. And we'll be doing this for like each one of the MetaForce signs. So if you do open the packs and you get duplicates of the dims, maybe hold on to them because you'll have an opportunity to blend into like rarer versions of that sign with those.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's gonna be cool. I'm excited for it. I want to get all mine. I've been working on my MetaForce collection. I've been working on my Neon Space collection. So it's cool. I'm definitely building up my stash.
Seeing the sign on the Pantheon stoked me just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
I
really
can't
good.
wait to see what Recourier's garage is going to look like. That's going to be cool. I love the idea of having a garage. I used to be very much a car guy, and I still am, but family takes up a lot of time. But yeah, I used to be in and out of garages, and I had friends that worked at garages, and I'd go in there and I'd do work on cars, and I've lifted Jeeps, and I've done engine swaps and all of this stuff when I was younger and had time. And I love the idea of my metaverse dude having a garage that he's doing work in and all that stuff. It's awesome. So
I'm also excited to see. Eventually, we'll get all that stuff in Immersis, but it's going to take a minute to get from like the render version to the playable, explorable universe version. That won't be live like on launch, but we will eventually get all that stuff in like
eventually. Yeah, you'll be able to visit Recourier's garage in Metaverse in Immersis.
Yeah, I was in there and playing last night, and it was so good, really cool. And I talked to Dan and some other guys over there, and we're on the list to get a shop, and I'm excited to like build out a 3D comic book shop.
Yeah,
and have that in there. So
the shops look really good too. I don't know if you saw any of the creator shops. Like you can really customize what it looks like inside. Like if you do any sort of 3D modeling stuff, they let you just like do whatever you want in there, and then like I don't know. Immersis is super cool.
I think definitely we're gonna come talk to you guys to help us figure that stuff out, because I don't know how to do any of that 3D stuff.
That's definitely Max's forte. Like we were amazed for Neon City. Like he sent him the project file that Max works in, and then within I think like 20 minutes, Anders, the developer, was like running around in the game in Neon City, and we're just like, we thought it was going to take, like it was like a general meeting to see if it was possible. I was just like, I want our tech guys to talk, because it's just Dan and I talking, and like we're not the tech people, we're the tech people. So we're like, I was like, I'm pretty sure if Max talks to your guy, like they'll be able to figure it out pretty quickly. And I was just like amazed within 20 minutes he was like running around in Neon City, looking at the signs, and it was just like, I did not think it was going to be that fast. Like, so Max's stuff is definitely very compatible with what they're doing. And also, like, I don't know that much about game development, but it seems like he has a very impressive, like, his ability to import things into that system is really, really streamlined. Like, he built something that's really impressive on, like, the back end.
Well, I talked to him about it a little bit, and we talked about the tech a little bit of how we did our comic books, and he was like, oh yeah, I can definitely work with that. And I was like, what does that mean you can work with that? And he's like, oh yeah, we'll be able to make 3D comic books that you can open and read them right in Immersis. I was like, hell yeah.
They also, you know, I want to talk to him about the project he was working on before Immersis was like almost the opposite, where like you would scan something virtually and then it was AR. So like you could maybe even like have an augmented reality comic book that pops up like in front of you in real life that you could like thumb through. But that's like, that was sort of what he was telling us he was doing. And then they're trying to do the opposite thing where you can like take pictures of stuff with your phone, like 3D wise, and then model that in the game. But like, I don't know if that's like eventually going to be something that happens in Immersis, but that's like the tech that he was working on before he kind of like fell into the NFT space and stuff. So yeah, he does really cool stuff. Like he's a very good, I don't know, programmer, software developer, whatever you want to call it. But I was really impressed with what he's working on. Is like, also he's been working on it a long time. We're like, oh, so like, how long have you been doing this? Like, we saw you start a couple of months ago, right? He's like, oh no, I've been working on this for like almost 10 years. Like the back end of that stuff he's been working on for a very long time. It's not like it's new on Wax, but he was like developing it before he even knew it was gonna be a blockchain and stuff. He also told us he was upset when he saw Ready Player One because he had the idea before Ready Player One and he thought that author stole his idea. I was like, this guy is quite the visionary.
It's pretty cool stuff. I'm excited to get in and be a part of it. And he said that you know, eventually they'll be able to work multi-chain and different stuff like that, which is super cool. So
yeah, I agree.
I like it. Yeah.
I'm also excited, like the whole this weekend, they're kind of, it's like a soft launch. So before there wasn't like they didn't have a token or a play to earn model, but on the 27th they're dropping the token, and then I believe shortly after, if not immediately, you'll be able to earn that token for playing and then use it to like craft stuff in the game. So
yeah, it's gonna be pretty badass.
That's sort of been like what's missing, because the game, like the back end and like the game is cool, but there just wasn't a whole lot of like stuff to do. And that's the first thing people were like, hey, we want some sort of grind mechanism because we want a reason to spend time in the game. And it's another thing I like about Immersis is that they took like a player vote. They're like, what should we develop next? And they're like, a grinding system. And then they're like, okay. And that's what they did. And they made a grinding and crafting system, which is also cool for creators because now we can like, we can put our NFTs in the game. It'll cost Fate after Fate comes out. You pay them Fate, but then our NFTs could be crafted with the stuff that people are grinding. So people could get like, you know, wood and then make a handle and then maybe make like a neon lightsaber or something. And then it could actually have stats in the game, and then they could fight monsters in the game with our NFT from our collection that they crafted within Immersis. So like there's really a lot of options as far as like, for us as creators who aren't game developers, we can add utility to our stuff just by working with them. And then the other cool thing I like about the economy is the players are earning Fate, and we need Fate if we want to put our stuff in the game. So like the play to earn economy seems to make sense to me because like any creator who wants to use Immersis needs to buy Fate, and the only people who are making Fate, people aren't just like mining it passively. You need to just go play Immersis. So like the players are going to be earning the thing that the creators need. So it should make the creators buy it from the players. And that, I mean, I don't know of an economy that works quite like that. And I guess it really just depends on how much creators want Fate to drive the value of that token. But it's a cool like idea for a player economy when we've seen a lot of staking economies not work super good. So I kind of like people who are trying other play to earn economies that aren't just like, okay, you're going to earn passively for doing nothing. Like, oh no, you have to play the game if you want the token for the game. And then if anybody else wants to use that token, the players are going to make the money.
Yeah.
I think
I think it's good. I'm super into it. I just wish my summer has been just insane, and you were like on me. You're like, you got to get into this, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to. And I even had a conversation with Dan, and like I started it, and then it just fell off. And my summer was crazy with you know kids out of school and all that stuff. So now I'm like getting back in the swing of things. And I'm like, man, I mean, we're still early, but you know, you guys
it's still in closed beta right now. You're definitely still early.
But you know, now like people see like the potential, and so they're like, oh yeah, we want to get down with this. So
yeah,
that's exciting. It's also just exciting that there's like another functional game on Wax. Like anytime there's something I can just go play. That's what I was talking to Max yesterday about, actually. Like, just super exciting that like a couple of months ago, I was buying into all these games and you couldn't really play most of them like functionally. And like, it's like now if I want to, I can play Uplift. I can actively earn Wax in Minecraft, which is like, I don't know, was waiting a long time for that. That's pretty incredible that you can just do that. it might not be enough wax to change your life. You're not going to quit your day job, but like I can earn wax for playing Minecraft. That's super cool. And then now I can go play Nova Rally. That's live. Our Planet kind of fixed their like generator fees and stuff. So if I want to try to invent stuff in Our Planet, it's not going to just cost me a ton of CPU. Like there's a bunch of
their ticket
games right now on Wax.
It's definitely good. And I think there was definitely a big reset. You know, when there was the Our Planet kind of stumbled, and then there was all these things that were going to come and fill the void. And now like so much rushed in that now there's like a sorting out that's happening, and we're starting to see develop which projects look like they have some longevity in them, and which ones maybe don't. And it's really it's interesting to watch and be a part of it and whatever. So I've been in Nova, I've been in Battle Miners looks really good. I've been
even in the Farmer one too, right?
I got in the Farmer one.
That one's too rich for my blood. Everything's so expensive in that collection. I just like I don't like farm games when they're on my phone. I don't think I want to like spend several $100s to see if I like this one.
So the only reason that I could get in that is because, you know, I had this other play to earn game that I had a pretty big holdings in that I decided to get out of. So I liquidated my position in that totally. And I just flipped that into Battle Miners and Farmer's World. And so I didn't have to like I sold and then rebought, but it was, you know, it was all the wax just went from one to the other. So it was kind of almost like I traded it out. And I'm definitely, you know, in a better position now with those. And I'm man, the Battle Miner stuff is really coming along nicely, and their mechanics.
And you guys are partnered with them, right? Like you can get MetaForce NFTs from mining and Battle Miners.
Yep. I've actually won some of my own MetaForce stuff in there. I've won Battle Miner stuff in there. I've won actually quite a bit of NFTs and been mining their resources and everything. So they have both a passive mining game and an active mining game. And what they did is they put out these mini games first that were much simpler, but allowed you to gauge.
We had Diablo CRO on stream, and he actually like walked us through how to play the mini games and stuff.
Yeah, I'm still
Max
playing
got a couple items. Also, really quick, sorry to interrupt you, but we have a giveaway going! ! Play if you'd like to join the race, and this will be for a Neon Crypto Monkey pack. It's a 1-card pack.
Nice.
Back to Battle Miners.
So I've been earning stuff. I've been earning the resource, and then they're doing it really slowly. They're like, okay, we're going to transition to the active mining, and you know, there's going to be, this is how it's going to go over time, and slowly you'll have to eventually do much more of the active mining, and that'll be much more profitable, and the mini game will be less profitable or whatever. But it's good, and it's been easy enough to work my way in, and it's really cool how they do the their packs, because they're like, okay, our packs draw from a pool, but that pool, like, as we add new stuff, we aim it to the same pool. So you can open your pack now and be actively earning with it, or you can sit on that pack and have an option to get something nicer, better, different in you know, a few weeks when more things come out. So part of the gameplay just really comes into, am I going to open this pack or not? Because usually packs, you get them and you're either, I'm going to open them or I'm going to hold them. And this, you've got to make a strategy really to your pack opening.
Especially when, like, you know, you could potentially earn from the items inside the pack, but then the thing that gets added to the pack could be worth more than the amount you could earn in the amount of time. So you got to kind of like calculate, like, oh, do I want to risk getting like a better item added later, or do I want to lose all that passive, but I guess active, like playing income?
So I'm 100% straddling it, right? I've opened some packs, I've got some packs held back, and then, you know, I'll get antsy like every once in a while. I'm like, I gotta just go open a pack. I gotta, you know, and then I go open a pack, and then, you know, even if I don't get something new, I can put it right on the mining grid, or active mining has started to come out. So I have one land and one construction card, and I can do that stuff. And then it's really cool how they're doing the internal shop and a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah, they have like their own marketplace kind of too for their assets, which is great.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. And it's nice that they, like, you have to combine different resources to get it, and it says this is the cost of all the different resources, and this is how much you have towards that in those different resources, so you know exactly where you stand. You don't even have to go figure it out for yourself. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm into it. I'm glad I bought a pack just to like try to like learn by doing, and I got lucky. I pulled an epic piece of equipment. How's your pack luck been in that one, in Battle Miners? Did you pull anything amazing?
No, I've gotten just kind of some mix of like some commons and some rares. It's also interesting how like there's like sub tiers to the rarities. So there's 5 levels internal to the rarities.
Yeah.
So I've had some where I've got higher levels and they're closer to being upgradable and all this stuff. So I've done okay, but not awesome. Like I got a common land and I've gotten fairly common stuff, but even with getting common stuff, it doesn't really matter because there's been it's been a pretty cool setup, and like literally I just go in every day and it's like, oh hey, look, some new NFTs popped here that I mined while I was asleep. So
yeah, I
can't argue with that.
Yeah, no doubt.
There's also that like one where you join like one of the 4 teams and you have to like put a number in. It's the other minigame, the more active mini game.
I've been doing mostly the mining grid. I've been all about the mining grid.
I've just been messing with the mini games. I'm more passiving.
Well, yeah. So there's one of the mini games is the mining grid. So I have my one land actively mining where I can, and then the rest of my cards are in the mining grid. I like that one a little bit better. But I've got a whole strategy to where I put them on the grid and I fill in the grid a certain way. So
can you mine without having a land, or do I have to have a land if I want to mine?
Eventually, yes, there's going to be community lands or something. Right now, they haven't implemented the community lands, so it's early on. So you need to have your own land to do active mining now, but that's not always going to be the case.
Okay. So right now I can't. I pretty much can't mine if I don't. So since I don't have a land, I'm still best off on my minigame farming, huh?
Right, yeah. So you want to do either the minigame mining grid, or you want to do the LeftHouse super trippy, or the other minigame. But that's where most of my cards are.
You can do both at the same time, right? You can put your guy on the grid and you can like join one of the teams.
Yeah.
Can you pull up some testnet stuff while I'm doing Marble?
I'm still minting stuff, but yeah, hold on. Let me see.
I feel like we should show off some of the cards for Saturday.
Yeah, I want to see them.
Yeah, they're super badass.
Cool.
All my testnet stuff is actually on my other computer.
I mean, can you just pull up your screen and look at the assets in the testnet? You don't need to do a pack opening.
I can do.
It's hard for me to do Marble, Stream Raiders, and also testnet and stuff.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, if everyone wants to play Stream Raiders, we got that up. 10 minutes left to place your units on the battlefield. Let's destroy these enemies.
Is this like LARPing, kind of?
Not exactly. It's more like a role-playing video game, but
well, yeah, that was like my game. I wanted to make an upland in the park by Mount Olympus in Buena Vista. I wanted to have a LARPing game.
Oh, sick.
This game is fun, though. You guys should maybe try it sometime on... I don't know if you can do it with YouTube, though. It might be Twitch only, but...
Yeah.
It's like the streamer gets to place a unit. So I get to place one unit, and then all these are, like, people watching. Like, you can see people in the chat. Seeker, Snell Lost Race, Toon, Gikoriki. They get to place one unit every 5 minutes, and then you have 30 minutes to place as many units as you can. And basically, I can only place one unit. So if the people watching don't place enough units, we lose. So it's up to the viewers to actually place enough units for us to win as a team. And then everybody who joins the battle, like it's RNG chance to win prizes at the end to upgrade their own units and like get more units for the next battle.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Nice.
fun. That's super fun.
So I'll put in my flag bearer.
All right, here I can share my screen real quick. I don't have my testnet wallet on this account. I'm sorry, on this computer. As you can see, I'm just kind of like laying on my couch.
So guys, it's been super awesome hanging out, but I gotta go data it up. Everybody enjoy these testnet packs. They're awesome. I'm super pumped to get my real ones, and have an awesome day.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank goodness.
Thanks for hanging.
All right.
Later, Ed.
Later, guys.
Unfortunately, I can't rip the pack right now since I don't have my wallet here for a testnet. But this is what it'll look like, kind of. I'm getting it worked out.
Yes.
This little secured icon is going to be the whitelist. The whitelist is owning one NFT or any NFT in MetaForce or in Neon Space Collection.
And the way NFT does it, it's not like a snapshot. It's like a proof of ownership. If it's in your wallet, you can participate in the drop. So you just need one of either our collection or MetaForce collection, and that will get you the whitelist for the sale. Not a super hard whitelist, but you do need to collect one of our 2 collections if you'd like the collab pack.
Fair
Seems
enough.
like a fairly decent bar to entry.
Also, that wax price is not accurate. I see Toon saying 2 wax, big pack confirmed.
Oh, it's supposed to be like
testnet
18
prices.
trillion, right? No, I'm just kidding.
2 testnet wax. It's $5 and $3 in wax equivalent is what we're
Yeah,
going
it's
for.
a $1 in NFT, and the packs are 3-card packs and 5-card packs.
Yeah, 5-card pack, 3-card pack, and then I kind of like I was inspired by your guys' tear.
Yeah, I love it.
And I feel like that really worked well. Where it's like, oh, let's do the tear style. So it's like our kind of pack set up from the Genesis look, and then your tear
You want to show
style.
some of the cards, just like the
Yeah,
test
with
pack?
both the logos.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm stoked on that. And then here's I minted my templates. Here we go.
Oh,
Ready to
boy.
have these.
Wow.
So we got
Wow.
Mars. If you get
Oh,
Mars, you
shit.
get Mars. Comes with both Wardrop and Mars.
Yeah, our commons have both images since they're not animated.
No way.
They have the card back as well. And then that's the common, so the most likely one to pull is that. And then so each one of them will have 4 rarities. The second one is the lit rarity here, where it's like the actual neon.
So
the
good.
Yeah, these are
transformation
amazing.
Wardrop. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is a lot of work. Paul and I crushed it. Let me go back. So then that's the second. That's the lit. And then the next rarity up from there is the neon sign in the city. So here it is on the Pantheon, on the glow.
Are you sharing your volume?
And I might not be sharing my
The
volume.
reshare is volume.
Got some
Yeah.
sweet tunes too.
There's some sounds in
Yeah,
there.
I gotta share my
The
screen.
neon rarity, which only has 25 minutes, has a unique song for each like a citizen
Yeah.
hero pair.
Lewis composed some original music to go with each of them.
Wow.
Which it also loops both the video and the audio loop. It's like it goes in and out, so like it should just be like all of them are kind of like a video and audio loop if you put them together.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a lag on a Atomic Hub. Atomic Hub has like a slight delay in their media player, but if you put it into like VLC or something that actually loops with no space, like the song and the video loop,
Oh,
which
that's
takes
so
more
cool.
work than you would imagine. That takes a lot of back and forth between me and Max of like, how many seconds is it? Like, is my render too long? Like, is it exactly perfect? Does it match up? But do you want to show a neon now?
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
let's see.
Yeah, I have a collection that I'm going to put out, I don't know, maybe next month or something like that. But there are these bubbles within it. And we kind of did a similar thing to what you just said there, where I think there's 9 or 10 bubbles and they're interchangeable. They all play music and they all loop, and you can kind of like order them how you want and make your own songs out of it if you so inclined. So
Max,
what
they're
you're
not minted yet. You got to click assets, no template. Sorry to cut you off, LeftHouse.
No, it's all good.
I'm like, where the fuck are
I
they?
see Max like struggling to find the neons. I'm like, we haven't
Here we
minted
go.
those yet, so they're
Okay, and the Mars Ultra.
we're still in the process of minting. I did mint 7,000 assets last night.
Jesus.
Oh, there it
The
is.
Neon has the original music and then the like full camera movement of the sign in neon space
Yeah.
in the neon city. And then as we go further along each progressive following sign in the neon rarity, you'll see the previous. Let's see the loop.
So good.
Amazing.
So then,
Can I
like,
show
for
off the
example,
Magisto LeftHouse one?
yeah, when we see, let's see, LeftHouse has a good.
We need to collab on some music, Lewis.
Yeah, super down.
I just did a feature for the Nasty Hooks. I'm pumped on that. It's gonna be one of the remixes.
Whoa.
So you see LeftHouse, and then you can see Blockfathers here. You got
Whoa, crazy.
Hanging.
Yeah.
And then I think a little bit after we finish the like we catch our breath here from finishing the set. The plan is to do just like with Genesis Street. There will be a one of one where we see like fly through this space, see each of the signs with an original like music piece, and that'll be auctioned off like for charity.
Yeah, maybe we can let you guys help us pick. We pick a new charity for each one of our one of one auctions. So if there's any causes that are personal to you guys, maybe we can throw into that cause. But we'll do an auction. It's a one of one. It's like the rarest thing in our collection as far as the streets go, and 100% of the proceeds go to charity. We don't keep any of it. So that'll be happening maybe like a week or so after the drop. And then also like that street that you're seeing is going to be an explorable zone in Immersis, not on drop day, but MetaForce Avenue is part of Neon City, and Neon City is an explorable zone in Immersis. So you'll be able to visit all this stuff.
So cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's also spatial audio in Immersis, so you can hear these songs playing under the signs in Immersis.
Yeah, like when you're hanging out near the Pantheon, you'll hear the loop that is for the wardrobe guy. Same with if you're hanging out near Recourier's shop, you'll hear that music playing. It's
beautiful,
stoked, man. Put a lot of effort into making something cool, and I feel like hopefully succeeded.
I believe you did, sir.
You got my stamp. That's for damn sure. Those are beautiful. Super cool. Yeah, honored to be a part to do collaboration with you guys. I think it's great. Super cool.
I love the artwork you guys have. It's so fucking cool, and just the superhero stuff. I love the comic was super fun. I like the concept of like basically it's superheroes who are protecting I don't know, the sense I got was like you're protecting the blockchain noobs, basically. You're like veteran blockchain users protecting like the blockchain newcomers from like, you know, scam artists, kill a whale, like, you know, kind of like blockchain villains. I love it. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Defenders of the metaverse.
We wrote some lore. We try not to interfere with your lore too much. Like our original idea is going to be like the heroes were involved with the stores, but then we're like, we might step on your lore. So our lore for all of our signs are like, these businesses are kind of tributes to the heroes because the heroes helped out a lot of the business owners. Like the business owners had a problem and like we're being bullied or whatever. Then the hero came and saved them. So they're like, oh, as a tribute, like I'll put up a sign to this person that saved me. And then I think for Blockfather, we just had a joke that he's a hat salesman and he's actually advertising directly to Blockfather. That's an ad to try to get Blockfather to come in the store. He's never actually met him. Yeah, we have random lore for all of our stuff too.
That's hilarious.
Love it. A hat salesman.
Like, for example, I think Majesto, he has like it's like a Doctor Who museum in his phone booth there.
Yeah, that was our joke.
So then, like, I think it's like, let's see where I can find.
And the other,
like,
the joke on that one is he saw LeftHouse turn into Magisto.
If you look at the description for each of the rarities, they have like a little bit of a like associated lore. So like the dim, you know, it's smaller on the inside is like a nod to it's bigger on the inside from Doctor Who. They travel in like a phone booth. But then if you go up to like the next rarity up for
each one has a different lore about the story.
So then this one, it's still relevant to the lore, but then the flavor for this one's sick. Doctor Who cosplay, you know,
only the 2005 version.
Yeah, so people who are collecting and like looking through all these assets, there is a little bit of like, same with Genesis Street, same with all of them. They all have like this kind of a structure of like the description always has like this silly backstory of what's actually happening in Neon City and why there's this
eventually some of that's probably going to come out as a lore story collab with MetaForce. Like we've been working on writing for a comic, so some of this stuff will actually not just be a bunch of random nonsense that
Yeah,
will kind of
it'll
tie
be
into a
made
story.
more canon. When
Yeah, put it
we
all
make
together.
a little bit more narrative. Yeah,
Which we're kind of working backwards. We're trying to turn the random nonsense into a story because we came up with the random nonsense first, but it's been fun.
yeah. I think Nexus is like a helium like supply store or something like that, right? What is it? Yeah, prices
like-
as high as our voices.
It's a joke on like Alan Greenspan and inflation. Like it's a really deep economy joke that Bob was making that we turned into.
Yeah, let's see.
The lore of that.
It's not Al Greenspan in Neon City. It's Al Redspan, I think.
Yeah, we changed the name slightly, but it's like such a deep joke that because we changed it, I don't even know if people are going to understand it. But people do
it's
get
a
it; they
bunch
might
of,
find it
like,
funny.
It's a bunch of fun little like nonsense little jokes.
Yeah, they're
I
mainly
love
they're
the
meant to be
slogan.
funny more than anything. Whether or not you find our humor funny is up to you. But
Yeah,
I think it's terrible. They're horrible.
yeah.
No, they're great.
If you hate the humor, hopefully
I disapprove.
You like the artwork, though.
yeah, you don't have to read the description if you don't like the humor. You can
And
just
if you hate the,
look
if
at
you
the
hate
cool
the
neon.
Love
artwork
the
and
art,
the
hate the
jokes,
description.
maybe you like the music.
That's hilarious.
Trying to
Now the phone booth is actually on the sidewalk near LeftHouse's houses.
Yeah, it's
right.
literally
the phone
down
booth
the
is
street.
right in front of that's Umberto's there, like Umberto's Clam House.
I do want to add a Upland Action News at some point too, like get some sort of skyscraper with that
Upland
logo on
Action
it. But
News
I think that'll be
headquarters.
more of an immersive thing than a render thing. That's the cool thing about Neon City is like we can keep changing and modifying Neon City after we render the NFTs out of them. Like it's a growing, living thing. It isn't like, oh, this is forever the way it is. Like
that's actually part of the plan is like to have Neon City be a growing like living thing, so that as our lore like develops, so does like the city and you know like as like MetaForce Street will get added, and then like we can add more to that as the lore gets built out for that side of it too. So then like if say like we introduce a new location in a later like NFT piece, we could add like that as a location within MetaForce Street still, and it like will grow with the story. Just kind of fun.
Right, that's
Cool what you can do with all this stuff.
Yeah. Wait, so are you, let me get this straight. You're making NFTs out of Immersus? Is that how this works? I haven't been in there yet.
Sort of. I mean, it's more like Immersus is using what we render the NFTs out of as a playable zone. Like we're not getting them out of Immersus, but
so actually when I render these NFTs, I built that Pantheon exists as a 3D model, you know, and like that whole environment is like a CGI scene. And then I was talking with like the game dev on Immersus, and he was able to like take my 3D scene and pull it into his game engine and then make it into a game engine environment. And like there was just an absurd amount of overlap with like my workflow and with what he needs for his
game. The files that he imports into his game, which are like drag and drop, are the things that
it's literally like the file format I work in. So
they just drag and dropped all of everything from Max's computer, and like I think we were telling Recourier earlier, we had like a general meeting with them just to see if the tech would work. And like I was not expecting any progress to be made that day. And then like within 20 minutes, Max sent him a file and he was running around in Neon City, just like drag and drop. He's like, oh yeah, this just works in the game. We're like, what? Like we did not know it was gonna be that easy. But
so even now you can in Immersus, you can visit Neon City. There's a like a portal from the mainland. You can go into Neon City, you can visit Genesis Street, you can see all of the neon signs on Genesis Street. And if you're like near a specific sign, there's like the spatial audio, so you can hear the music playing from that sign and all that. And we're trying to like add a lot more like gaming utility and functionality to that as well. But
that's going to be probably the next thing we work on after MetaForce Street is work on some Immersus.
I really want to make a neon sword that's just like a neon like tube that just breaks when you smack it against stuff.
Fun.
You know, like a real neon sword would.
Yeah. You don't have to clean it up like I had to in my mom's basement.
All right, really quickly, exclamation point play if you want to join the giveaway. This will be for a 1-card Crypto Monkey pack, the neon version.
The neon.
Those were amazing, by the way, too. You guys' monkey collab. That was lovely cards.
I'm still looking for more of them. I've only pulled commons so far. I'm like, I want the full set, but they're pretty rare. Like
having the commons because I want to do the blend, but I feel like we got to wait to even introduce the blend until at least like half of the packs have been opened or something like that. Got to give people like a chance. And since they were all just like dropped for free, I feel like there's quite a few people who maybe haven't even noticed they got one.
It hasn't been that long. I always forget like
Yeah, it's only been a couple days.
And like not
NFT
everybody
time. You got to remember.
checks their
it's
whack
a
wallets
lifetime
like
NFT
every
time.
6 hours, like I do. Where like I see every airdrop I get every day, and I'm aware of it. But you know, most people are not
That's
that.
part of like my
adamant.
morning ritual these days is like check my like collection wallets and see if I got any airdrops.
Oh,
Honestly, sometimes like new collector or new collections will drop me stuff from their collection just randomly that like isn't an airdrop, and it totally works. I just like I'm like, what's this? And I go like buy more of their collection, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's fun. I like sleuthing around the blockchain like that. I mean, we did that for our own collection too. I remember the first time we did a blend. I was like watching the aftermarket and somebody had bought the like blended version of it while the blend was still live. So I figured it was just someone saw the artwork and liked it. So like I just dropped them a pack like after seeing them. Like I don't know, I thought that was really cool. And then like later I checked their wallet and they had opened the pack. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like
That is cool.
Such a cool like direct line you have with this like blockchain stuff. You have like such a direct line into like your collectors.
Stuff like things in their mailbox.
Yeah, exactly. You can be like, oh, you ripped like 5 packs. Here's the like thank you pack.
Oh, Jolly just crushed everybody else in this
Yeah,
race.
wow.
Well-deserved victory.
He doesn't mess around.
Got out fast too.
What, did he grease up that marble or what?
I think the water wheels are faster.
What do you have going on Upland Action News today?
I believe if he shows up, I haven't heard from him all morning, but some fella named Soko6, and he has several collections on the ETH blockchain. NFT
is that
collections.
Great Ape Society, Sokos?
He's yes, that's him.
Sokos, he was on our show.
Yeah. Cool. That's the fella. So like he has Dino gangs that are dropping today, and Bad Kids Alley just came out recently. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also he has like a business called Comic Booked that he's been running for like over 10 years. So that's kind of how we sort of crossed paths, was by way of having MetaForce Comics in my name on Discord. And he was like, what's this? What's MetaForce Comics? And so we started chatting, and
dope.
He's supposed to come on today.
So I have the link posted there. It's youtube.com/c/the Upland Action News. If you all aren't following them, go ahead and do that. That'll be after the show directly, pretty much. So if you want to just hop into another show, it's going in like 15 minutes. They'll be starting that.
Yeah,
I was going to suggest we could raid in, but then I was like, wait, no, it's a YouTube.
Yeah.
One day it'll be across YouTube, Twitch, but for now,
I've been getting into some. I do a lot of like I mess around a lot with like DeFi and just like the greater crypto space.
Yeah.
And I was messing around with like one of these DeFi projects that I'm into that has like this really interesting mechanic where you can take their token and like stake it, and then you stake it in for like some APY return, but you take the staked tokens and then you like stake those, and then you earn some like passive points, and you can use these points to buy NFTs, and then you can stake the NFTs to get like boosted rewards through their like DeFi strategies. I thought that was a really cool way to use NFTs in like a DeFi.
What's the name of that project?
Stake DAO.
Staked
really
out.
Quick.
Yeah, okay. I'm holding a little bag of that.
Oh, sure. Do you have some of their NFTs too, or?
No, I actually, so funny because I was like, I have like a little bag of it, and I just went and started looking at the website. I think it was like yesterday. And I was like, I probably need to get a little bit more to get this going accurately. But yeah, it seems really cool. I was like, from the time I was there before to this time, they had added a lot.
It's
a lot of functionality.
You can now use them to like sell covered call options on Ethereum. Like,
wow,
that's insane. Like like in a nutshell, what that is like, let's say Ethereum's worth 2,000, I could sell an option at 3,000 that expires next Friday, and sell that for like $100 or whatever. And then if by next Friday the price of Ethereum doesn't reach 3,000, I just keep the $100. But if it does, I sell my Ethereum for the 3,000 and potentially miss out on like the gain beyond the 3,000 or whatever I set my strike price to.
Right.
All these options expire weekly, and they're European style, so they can only be exercised on Friday. So it's like a really, I don't know, it's a really interesting like DeFi.
Now's a good
platform
time to put out that disclaimer that we do not give financial advice.
Not
Do your own research.
It's just it's a really interesting like
just
platform
interesting. Yeah,
it makes it simple to do some pretty complicated strategies.
Yeah, I came across a really interesting staking scenario deal called Olympus. Have you looked into this, or Ohm?
Oh, I don't know about that one.
They have their APY is 7,259.9% right now.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. It's a pretty interesting project. I just started looking into it, but I've never heard of an API like that before. So
I thought I was doing good on UST and Anchor over there.
Damn,
yeah, 7,259.9. What is that?
That sounds completely unsustainable.
You just made that number up.
Yeah, I know. I saw it on Chico Cryptos was talking about it. And so, he does his research pretty well. So
nice.
It's got to be somewhat legit, but who knows?
Yeah.
Do your own research.
Definitely. But that sounds cool. That's insane how like high, like, I mean, personally, I'm really a huge, like I said, I've been big into like DeFi for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool how accessible all this stuff is today. Like you can participate in things like selling covered options, without being like an accredited investor or having like a certain level brokerage account somewhere that requires like X amount of money. Like the fact that you can do all that stuff directly today through these DeFi platforms is so exciting to me.
It's scaring me because we keep having these conversations about the legalities around the edges of all this stuff. Like we had Ken Bozak on the show yesterday and we kept talking about that. And I just felt my anus like tightening up, I'm like, oh God, like scaring the hell out of me. And then here we are again talking about more of it. It's just like, oh no.
Yeah. Well,
I need to wear a mask like Mars. This is stupid.
That's funny. Yeah, he's got
ahead. I thought ahead.
I know. Smart man. Even if you are a man, who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
You have no idea.
I don't know. I'm not trying to like cheat the system or anything. So,
no.
Yeah.
But I'm just really dumb and I know I'm going to do something wrong and then all of a sudden I'm not going to have the money to pay for it. Well, I don't know. I'm scared. That's it. I'm just saying I'm scared. I'm an honest man who's scared.
It makes sense because it's really hard like to understand what the rules are because they're not well defined.
Right.
So it is a little scary.
Rest in peace to Zevov Miner, Oof Rabbit, now in first.
But it definitely is like it's a new world out there. Like I was showing my dad a lot of this stuff too, and like he's into investing and like finance and stuff, and he was blown away by like some of the DAO structures of these like autonomous organizations out there.
Yeah.
Because as like someone who is like he is someone who is like a business executive from like the traditional like old school kind of like person, and he wrote a whole like thing on the issue with like capitalism and business in general being that when you pay a manager to work for you or somebody to work for you, you can't really align the incentive of that person with the incentives of your company because the person's going to be out to like improve their own, like basically the person's going to try to use your company to get a better job somewhere else potentially, not necessarily trying to use their job to make your company the most profit. So like this weird dynamic when it comes to like traditional like structure of business where it's hard to get everybody's goals aligned, and the way that some of these DAOs structure themselves and how they're funded like blew his mind. Like he was like, oh, this solves these like paradoxical like issues that people study in business school and write their like PhD dissertations on. And like here it is like these DAO, like this specifically some DAO that I'm really interested in, like solve these problems pretty well. And he was just like, yeah, I don't know, it's really interesting to see like the perspective from somebody who comes from that world and is actually open-minded to being like, oh wow.
Yeah.
I think I read something recently along those same lines, but yeah, it's basically like everyone gets a stock option in these things if you're in a DAO.
Yeah, exactly. And then
like you're invested,
And the decision making like is made by the people who are the most vested interest in the success of the project. So it isn't one person, one vote. It's like $1, one vote, and that makes sense to me because it's not a democracy. Like no one's born into a DAO. You can choose to join or not. And if I choose to join, why should I have the same say as somebody who has exposed themselves to like an absurdly higher amount of risk? And the reality is I shouldn't have more say than that person because that person is most incentivized to make the right decision and therefore should probably have the most weight in decision making.
Really quick, sorry to interrupt, but audio cue for our last giveaway race for a CryptoMonkey Neon Pack, !play if you'd like to join. Then we'll do our last Stream Raiders battle, and then we'll end because we got to get these guys offline for the Upland Action News show.
Yeah, sorry, I get way into DeFi.
No, so I am right there with you. It's super fascinating. I mean, we just launched the Action Family Club card in the last couple days, and like that's some of the things that you're talking about are some of the things we're trying to add to the utility of that. Like, we have a movie that's coming out hopefully towards the end of the year, and there's like, if you're holding the Action Family Club card, there's like a rewards pool that you're going to like get rewards from when we sell the movie, or like whatever proceeds we make, like nice. You get to earn from that and any of our other collections as well. But one of the things that we just kind of came up with more recently is we're going to start doing I believe it's going to be called Action Family Matters, and it'll be an animation series with the Action Family Club card characters, and we're going to hold like castings where you can say, if you're holding one of the cards, you can submit. And if your character gets chosen to be an actor in a thing, then you'll get paid out like his agent or whatnot, and then
oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna make kind of like a little series and have everybody participate in it with their characters.
That's
stuff like
fun.
that, it's like trying, but then it's like the scary part is like, when am I going to get sued for this? Or like, when do I get in trouble for this? When does somebody tell me, no, you can't do that?
I mean, yeah.
Never. They're never going to tell me that. I need the mask.
I mean, it's definitely not a zero chance like that'll happen.
Yeah, I know.
At the end of the day.
Scary.
I don't know. The reality is I feel like that you're not like doing anything.
No.
Yeah. Like,
no, I mean, I've been like trying to sell music and movies on the internet forever, since like the early 2000s or whatever. And it's just funny to see how the landscape and game and everything has changed, and here we are now with what we have, and who knows like how you regulate how do you even look at this?
Yeah, exactly. And
I don't even know how to look at my own stuff. It's crazy.
Exactly. Who's qualified to audit my shit? Like, I know more than literally everybody I know in real life about this stuff.
Right.
So like, who's the expert that's coming to audit
my
book?
I was thinking about that. I was like, holy crap, like it's so easy to link my web wallet to my personal wallet, like for tax stuff. Like they could find all that stuff. I was like, could they? Like, who's they? Like I can find this stuff, but like unless they hire me, like I'm better at blockchain sleuthing than like 95% of people in Wax, because I'm trying to catch multi-counters and cheaters in my marble races. So I actually do that stuff a lot. But unless you're doing that, like there's like a pretty select people that could actually even do that at this point, I think. But it doesn't mean there won't be in the future.
I remember in 2013, I like was trying to do like taxes on Bitcoins I had bought, and I called the IRS and I was like, how do I report this? Is it a property? Is it a like equity? And they were just like, what? Bitcoin? Like,
what are you talking about?
Like, what is like, and I'm like, well, then who does know? And I got transferred like 3 or 4 times, and ultimately they're like, just report it as property. Okay, so is that gonna fly like when my taxes come across somebody's desk, or is this like, can I get a reference number for this phone call?
Like that's how you get in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they start auditing you. It's like by you following their directions.
Exactly. I was just like, I don't know about this. Like, I feel like none of you know what to do, and like the third person, instead of like just admitting they don't know what to do, is just gonna tell me whatever to like ditch me.
Yeah.
Which is like, it was really strange.
It's a rare skill, people that say I don't know.
Yeah, what I had been doing since like 2014 was like when I sold my cryptocurrency, I just reported it as 100% gain with a cost basis of $0 because I did a bunch of mining and a bunch of like other shit that I don't know. If I've reported as a cost basis of $0, I assume that I'm paying my taxes correctly. Like, I mean, hopefully. But since then, I've done it more like I've kept better track, and then I always submit all like the transaction logs and stuff. It's a pretty extensive like list of transactions, so I doubt anyone's going through any of that stuff. I doubt anyone even knows what it means when I send it to them. But
imagine sending someone your wax transaction log. It's gonna be like a million transactions of like Alien Worlds mining. Like, look through my our planet crafting transactions and let me know what you find. Like, it's gonna be. I crafted a nightclub. Have fun looking through that stuff.
I used to trade with a bot, and it was doing like 100 to like 300 trades a day. Like, it was a nightmare for fucking taxes, because at the time, like when they were like announcing the way that you had to pay taxes, it was like a crypto to crypto trade had to be taxed in dollar equivalency at the time of the trade. So doing crypto to crypto like bot trading was like literally you can't outpace the taxes that you owe unless the market doesn't fall. So I stopped doing that. That's just a good way to burn money in taxes. But
yeah, I'm so scared for that season coming. I'm not looking forward.
Yeah,
that's all I can say about it.
It's easy when you don't sell. Just buy and sell.
Right. No, it's true. Don't go to Coinbase and you should be fine.
Just never sell. You could, average in over time and just like hold, or hodl is I think the strategy that. Yeah, I'm trying to do something like that. Hopefully there's enough pile for them to rate me with, that'll be good. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm also a dual citizen, a German citizen, and in Germany, the capital gains taxes after 12 months on a cryptocurrency purchase are 0%.
Oh wow.
Yeesh.
So hodl is a fantastic strategy for German citizens, not financial advice. But
My Little Pony's asking about some regulatory stuff. We will save that for a tech talk. We're going to sign off here. Upland Action News has a show to start. But thanks for joining us. I put the link to our pack sale announcement if you want any of the details for that. If not, come hang out in Discord. We will also be on the Crypto Writer podcast at 2:30 p.m. today. That's in like an hour and a half. So come check us out after you watch Upland Action News. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. And thanks for watching.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's everybody.
Super fun, guys.
Always fun.
Good job terrifying LeftHouse.